loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Lou. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you guys like what you see, which I know you will, please make sure you press that subscribe button that's down below, as well as that bell notification so you guys are notified every single time that I post a new video. Now, I know the lighting seems a little bit off because I'm kind of recording during the day and I normally don't do that. So like, I don't know, this camera's making me look a little bit bright, y'all. I swear I'm not this bright. I'm real deal like chocolate, but that's besides. For today's video, we are going to be talking about how to deal with chargebacks and disputes, and just little tips here and there that can help you guys, you know, help combat those when you guys basically have to deal with them. When you're in business, you are gonna have to deal with them. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in the lip gloss business, hair business, whatever business it is. And even if you're like selling like products like clothes and lashes or whatever it is, you are gonna deal with disputes, y'all. You are gonna deal with disputes no matter what business you're in. Now there's things that you guys can do to, you know, help combat those disputes when you basically have to deal with them. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something that I just learned. I mean, clearly I kind of knew what they were, but I didn't really know what they were. And it's basically the difference between dispute and a chargeback. Now, a chargeback is when a customer wants their money back, basically. Like, they filed something just so they can get their money back. Now, a dispute is basically when the customer they file a dispute because they basically are questioning the validity. I don't know how to say that word, you guys. Validity, whatever it is, of the transaction that they made. And there's basically different types. If you guys see me looking down, I'm here trying to because I wrote these down so I can, you know, make sure that I say these things right. But now there's different types of disputes that you guys can get. One of them is items not shipped, which is basically they will, like, you know, contact their bank and stuff, and they would basically say that, oh, I purchased X, Y, and Z and I still haven't, you know, received my package and stuff, or my package still hasn't been shipped yet. And that's one form of dispute. And then the second could be the item is not as described. Now, I kind of got that a little bit more, honestly. That's a more common one, where people would call their bank and they're basically complaining like the items that they buy is not the same as it looks in the picture, basically. And like it can be, for instance, me, I sell hair, so it would be like, oh, they would be like, oh, the length is not right, or the quality that they were expecting is not up to par, like things like that, basically. And they're basically questioning, like, you know, the quality of your product and stuff. Now I'm gonna get into the different ways you guys can basically try to avoid or deal with when you are getting like disputes and chargebacks and stuff. Now, number one thing is, I personally use Shopify, so I can't really speak on any other, you know, platform like Wix and stuff like that. Like I said, I use Shopify, and if you guys didn't know, Shopify just came with local delivery. But the number one thing is you want to avoid local meetups, basically. Now, for instance, if a customer purchases something from your site and they basically said, oh, I see you live close, let me come and, you know, X, Y, and Z, and let me pick it up instead because it'll be simpler. Now, let me tell you guys why that wouldn't be a good idea. Because basically, you wouldn't be able to prove that you shipped the item. Like, for instance, if that person did order online and then they did come to pick it up, now if that person files a dispute, not saying that they will, but if they file a dispute, now you won't have any proof. Yes, you'll have proof that they made the purchase, but you don't have no proof that you actually shipped out that item. So you kind of want to avoid that. But if you do have Shopify, where, like I said, they do have the new local pickup like option, now that is kind of different, because basically that person can make the purchase through the site and they'll pick the option to pick up. Now when that customer does pick up that item, you can just check it off and say that the item has been fulfilled and it's been picked up. Now that's something that you can prove, if that makes sense. But if someone picks it up and they ordered it through online and they didn't do the local pickup, you can't prove that you shipped that item, and that customer can easily just win that dispute or chargeback with their bank. The second thing is billing and the shipping address. The billing and the shipping address matching on purchases. If you do have Shopify, again, y'all, I'm sorry that I'm always talking about Shopify, but you guys, Shopify is just a really good platform when starting off your business. It just makes everything so much more easier. They do have a basically like a fraud analysis. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys without showing anyone's information. All right, so this is basically how it looks like. Honestly, if you guys don't see it, I'll just upload like a screenshot and stuff like that. But it basically shows you low, medium, and high risk analysis of that order, and it basically breaks it down for you. Like, it tells you everything that you need to know, IP address, everything that you need to know about that purchase and stuff. So which is why I really do love Shopify for that. But for instance, if you did happen to get a order that is medium or high risk, now if that order is, if the information doesn't match, now it's up to you to basically figure out if you guys still want to fulfill that order or if you want to just cancel it. Now for me, it's a different story, because if you're selling lip gloss and like smaller items, that I can go ahead, I can personally would be like, it's fine, I'll just do the high risk or whatever orders and stuff like that. But for me, since my products are like more so on the high end, if you guys didn't know and you do sell hair, hair is like the highest, has the highest numbers and disputes and chargebacks and stuff like that, because our product are more so on the like high price, like $300, $200, $500, even up to like $700-800. So they're really high on chargeback. So with me, when I do see those medium to high risk, I would first, now you don't necessarily have to just cancel the whole order, because I did used to do that, but I realized that sometimes, you know, things happen, and sometimes I realized if your card don't match your address and stuff like that, maybe you just moved and stuff. So what I would do is I would just contact that person, and I would tell them, oh, is this you, can you provide X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. And if they do provide it, then I'll continue processing that order. But if they don't message back and stuff like that, or the information that they're sending me does not add up, I would simply just cancel that order, if that makes sense to you guys. So I really love Shopify for that feature and stuff like that. And now the third, am I on the third? The third thing is always make sure that you have a signature. Now you guys, now I'm saying this just to let you guys know the reason why, but me personally, it depends on the product. I don't always require a signature, but if the product that the person purchase is like a high amount, I would certainly make sure that I have a required signature, because I think it's like an extra $2 to $5 on your shipping amount and stuff like that. But I found like this is very important, because with you having the, like for instance, if someone disputes or have a chargeback, now you can easily hit up PayPal or wherever you're disputing the thing. You can have the proof of shipment, and also now on top of that, you will also have the proof of the product being signed for. And that's going to be really hard for someone to basically win, well, the customer to win, because how are you gonna say you didn't receive an item if it's been signed for? You get what I'm saying? And even when it comes to the sense of the USPS or FedEx or whoever it is, leave your item on the floor and someone steal it, and you know, now you don't have any proof because you didn't have it signed for and stuff like that. So that can go either or. It's really up to you. But like I said, just to protect yourself, if you are on the higher end and you do sell hair, I would suggest that you do look into, you know, requiring your packages to, you know, be signed for and stuff like that. Last one is kind of a little bit self-explanatory, but always make sure that always use the address that's attached to the PayPal or Shopify or wherever they made that order. Always make sure that you ship it to that exact address and not to any other address. Or if the person hits you up and be like, oh, can you send it to X, Y, and Z, do not do that. Because if you do that, even though if it is the person, even though if it was not a scam or not, now God forbid if anything happens, that person filed a dispute, now you can't prove that you shipped it to that address because it's a whole completely different address than what the person used on their order. So overall, you guys, when it comes to dealing with disputes and chargebacks and stuff like that, it's very, I'm not gonna say simple, but it's more easy for you to win if you make sure that you have all your things in order. Like for instance, make sure you have all your things in the policies, the shipping and the policies and all that extra stuff. Make sure you include those on your website, because those are going to be essential for when you do have to deal with a chargeback and stuff like that. And just always make sure that you keep all your information. With Shopify, they basically, all your information is always on the app and stuff like that. And even if you did need any information, you can just contact them and they'll send it over for you and stuff like that. So just as long as you have proof, you will win the dispute or chargeback. And so the only down things to you having chargebacks and dispute is that it is a like long-winded process. Like that's, I was about to say that ish, but that shit really do take like time. Like it takes a lot of time for you to, you know, have to keep going back and forth with Shopify, whoever platform you're using, or with that customer and stuff like that. That's the only draining part about it. But if you have everything in order, yeah, it's very simple for you to win your dispute case and stuff like that. And then lastly, you guys, honestly, at the end of the day, a lot of small business are the ones that are targeted more for, like, you know, disputes and stuff, because clearly we're like small businesses, and you know they want to take advantage of us because they know that, oh, we'll be happy to get like a sale and stuff like that. But you guys, at the end of the day, not all money is good money, and not all customers are your customers. You gotta always keep that in mind. Even though you really do want that sale, not all money is good money. Even if you did miss out on this first sale, the next one that can triple that, double that one that you just canceled, or you know that didn't go through. So always just keep that in mind and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in any type of way, and if it was helpful, make sure you guys share it to anyone that you guys think it would benefit. Honestly, you guys can share it any type of way. You guys can easily just, while you guys watching my videos, you guys can, you know, post it on Instagram, and make sure you guys tag me. My Instagram is down in the description bar down below. Make sure you guys tag me and I'll repost you guys, just so I can, you know, see who's actually watching my videos and are actually benefiting from it and stuff like that. So that's an easy way that you guys can, you know, share my video and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.